And I'd like to start out and just thank the National Association of Realtors, especially Sarah and her whole team. And I'll just tell you, one night I was getting caught up with some emails. It must have been about 11:15 or 11:30 p.m. And I finally responded to an email from Sarah from that afternoon. And at 12:15 a.m., I got a response from her. And it just really showed me the level of commitment that you and your team have had to this entire process. And I can't thank you all enough. And to Realtor.com and Wells Fargo, holy cow, the shock of a lifetime today, doubling the money. I can't tell you how far that will go to further our cause in the work that we're doing in addiction. To my local and state associations, I have been far blessed by the association that I have with each of you. The dues check that I write every year to belong to my local, state, and national association is just, it's nothing compared to what I get in return, and I thank each of you for that. To my beautiful wife, Shelley, and my children, JP and Sophia, time and time again, you're by my side in all of this work that we do in our community, and I can't thank you enough for the love and the support. And to everybody who has worked closely with me on this journey in our community, I say a huge thank you. In 2017, when we began our work, over 70,000 people lost their lives in the United States of America to drug overdose. In our small community of Kokomo, Indiana, we were adding to that number at the rate of almost one per week. As realtors, you know, community is everything to us. As leaders and ambassadors in our community, it's paramount that not only do we champion the new and exciting opportunities that are presented, but we also must become champions to address the biggest challenges that affect us. It's easy to look the other way on such tragedies as addiction. It's easy to say that doesn't happen in our community. And it certainly takes zero courage to sit behind a computer and fire off on social media hateful things and ridiculous things about drug addicts. What does take courage is to not look the other way, to roll up our sleeves and head straight into the face of adversity to fight for the least among us. One of the biggest challenges in dealing with addiction is the stigma that comes with it. Most people have in their minds this horrible image about what a drug addiction looks like. The truth is, whatever your most horrible image in your mind is of drug addiction, for the most part, it really is quite the opposite. I hope in my video today that you saw a new face for addiction. The men and women who are courageously fighting to get their lives back on track. These are the people that I'm asking each of you here tonight to be a champion for. Like Olivia, who learned about us when she was in jail, and on her date of release came to see us, addicted to drugs, broken, crying, and desperately asking us for help. Today, 7 months later, Olivia has her own little small 2-bedroom home, a job, and has regained joint custody of her son and is meeting with a counselor at our local university to begin to further her education. You know, people often ask me why I'm in this fight, and it's simple. It's a Bible passage that rests on my heart every single day of my life, and it's this: to whom much is given, much is expected. This incredible profession that we are all in, of helping families achieve the American dream, it has blessed me beyond measure and has allowed me and my family to enjoy a life that I'm not so sure that I'm deserving of. So it is only right that we take time to share those blessings in our community with those most in need of our help. And so from 2017 to 2018, because of the work of the great folks at Turning Point and the many organizations in our community that we work with closely on a daily basis, overdose deaths dropped in our community by 25%. I am pleased to report to you all tonight that we are in the midst of our longest streak in years in our community without an overdose death. 6 weeks today. You see, at Turning Point, we are in the business of human beings. The dignity of life of each one of these individuals suffering from addiction is worth no less than the dignity of life of every individual in this room here this evening. I've seen the faces of people who walk through our door in great despair completely change when they encounter those of us that are willing to sit with them, love on them, be part of their story, and help them. My promise to you today is that if you will join us in this fight, you will be inspired by these individuals who have overcome this tragedy in their lives. Our greatest moments in life come when we allow ourselves to be the conduit for others who are struggling to experience all the greatness that life has to offer. Thank you so much for this incredible opportunity. It's a moment I will never forget in my life. And thank you on behalf of our organization and for the many people that you will continue to help by your generosity this evening. Thank you all.